I edited the party invite toward the bottom of it, just to say, bring your favorite hat or fun item to the party that makes you smile from the inside out.
All right.
I just thought that would be great conversational uh, things for people to talk about as well.
Definitely. I'm gonna bring a new hat
Yeah, I'm
instead
going
of
to bring a
the old
different hat. I was either thinking about a hat or a necklace when necklaces were cool for men.
one.
That makes me smile. They're
I
still
will.
cool for athletes, so I can still wear it. So, oh, that's a glittery cup. I like that.
It is a tempered glass that is a cup within a cup, and you have a dried flowers. And because purple is my favorite color,
Yeah, yeah.
so I am drinking my morning tea with lemon, and I got my little man here just dipping in the water.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was just telling my wife yesterday because she insists on me putting a cozy on here, and I
uh,
guess it might be the only cozy we have. It says Victory Casino Cruises.
okay.
She says because I'm in here so long, my water gets warm, and I like cold water. So she's had me putting this on. I said, yeah, but on camera I can see it's torn. She
Oh,
says, she
but
says,
that's the
she
way it's
says,
made.
that's what she said. She said, silly, that's
Yeah,
not
that's the way
torn.
it's made.
That's
Yeah,
the
that's
way
the way it's
it's
made.
made. Yeah. And it just made me think for a second how vain we are about so many different things. Now that I know we're recording and people can see things, what are they looking at? Oh, they're looking at the tear in my cup. Baloney. And that not Oscar
That's right.
Mayer baloney either. So,
So, everyone, in case you didn't know who we are, and you didn't notice it by the names on the bottom of our screens, we haven't figured out how to switch names and see if you can figure out who's who. But I'm Andrea Estrella, and next to me is the amazing and incredible Bill Collum. And this
also
is our
this
morning
morning,
session.
yeah, also this morning I sent a message to Lisa Nichols and it came back on Facebook on Messenger, and it came back if you're having problems, go to this particular page, imagination page or something. And it's funny because in the invitation was about our imagination party and how it would be great for her to be a guest, a surprise guest. And so I went there and I went in the mess and I sent her a message on her web page as well. So we'll,
Oh, look at that.
we'll see what
Bill is
happens.
doing some things.
We'll see what happens. I said if she would be a testimony to showing people how great the imagination is and how it works. So you never know.
You just never know.
You know.
Um, I have a meeting with Dr. Ali uh, Griffin. Geez, I think it's Griffin. Lord, terrible, terrible, Andrea. Um, at 4 today, so I'm excited because she's pretty close to Lisa Nichols.
Ah, well, you might sneak into the conversation how I, sent a message to Lisa from her, and I included your name and that you're one of her biggest fans. Into the message and just find out if somebody's reading them for her or if she actually reads them herself. Somebody else is probably reading them and thinking, "Wow, this is just some normal kind of activity that comes on their webpage and might not might not pass the enthusiasm on."
You know what? I I I am an optimist and an imaginer of possibility, and I believe that what we intend and what we believe with all of our being will come to pass. May not come on our time, but
That's
it will
correct.
come at the right time.
And I
So,
did include in that invitation that if she could speak for 5 minutes on the power of intentions, that would be excellent as well. It's funny how you brought intentions up, and I already had it in the
look
message
at
to her.
that.
I'll send you a copy of the message. It's funny how all the things you just said, imagination, intention, it's all.
Definitely. So, how are you doing on this lovely morning, Bill?
I'm doing fine. I have not told Sophie yet that she is the one participant in the in the journey in January for Perfect Weight, starting in January. Actually, it's I'd like to start it sometime before the beginning of the year for maybe a 15 or 20-minute session so that everybody's on the same page on what actually we're going to, what I would like everybody to do
Okay.
starting on the first and whatever input that you'd like to put into that as well. So I told her I've already told her that somebody else responded before her, which was Donna. I
Hmm.
didn't tell her it was Donna. I just said somebody responded. I didn't tell her that they said no as well.
Right.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we had all our ducks in a row before I told her today. I said I'd get back with her today on it because her time is Australia time too.
Yeah,
That's
so
something
if it
else.
was 9 a.m. On Saturday when we were on at 5 p.m.,
We were on at
then
5 p.m. Saturday, so it was probably 9
she
a.m.
was
Sunday.
9 a.m. Sunday her time. So yeah, I guess we can figure
As long
out.
as it's on the weekend, she'll be fine. During the week, that time probably won't work for her because she has to work. And I would like to
Okay.
meet once as a group, as the
Mhm.
three of us at least, and then the actual session, hypnotherapy session, basically
Mhm.
on weight loss would be single, only
With you and her.
you and me and her. You wouldn't
Okay.
be there when I do her, simply
Right.
because everybody's is a little bit different on what they're trying to reach, and you try to use their name in it, and
Of
it's just
course.
not a great thing in the session. But
Of course,
the
that makes sense.
and that'll be about 30 minutes. So I'll probably arrange for hers because she has to be sitting, not
Yeah.
walking around on a Saturday or Sunday in the afternoon, which would be well, no, it would have to be a Friday afternoon or a Saturday afternoon so that it's her weekend morning. Yeah.
Right.
And then for you, we can do that pretty much anytime. And then the meeting with all three of us, maybe what we can do is do it on a Friday or Saturday, probably a Friday afternoon. That way we don't have all our Saturdays wrapped up because we're going to probably do one Saturday a month for
Hmm.
our imagination party.
Right.
So probably try to do it on a Friday afternoon where all three of us meet together. And then right after it, I can do her by herself. And that
Yeah.
way, and then you and I, we can pick anytime we want, as long as it's
Yeah. And with the hypnotherapy for her, you definitely have to coordinate the best time that she has to herself because of
exactly.
her, yeah,
And
because of her autistic child, and just her being for her to be able to gain the best from that hypnotherapy session. So,
yeah, she
um,
has to have some privacy for that too.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Uh, I know Donna sent me a message back again last night saying, I should contact Patty because Patty's on uh, a weight loss journey, a weight loss, I guess, perfect weight journey, not a weight
Okay.
loss, a perfect weight journey. And I just told Donna we already had picked someone. So, and Patty had never reached out either, but you never know about these algorithms, who sees what.
Right.
I mean, I had some lady, I don't even know who she is, saying, I'm in, or something like that, and sent me a message. Told her no. Dorothy, sometime in the middle of the night, for me, I don't know what it was for her, wanted to be included, and I told her no this morning. So, and then oh, and we've had four people already sign up for the party that were not at the last party.
So
So,
excited about that.
yeah, so the buzz is getting around a little bit. Uh, One of them is William, and one of them is John Hart too.
Okay, nice.
And then the other two are people that are friends on Facebook that I don't really know, but I know, if that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Never met them or anything, but
Well, look at that. We're having everyone that wants to be there and that's aligned with what we're trying to do show up. And so
yeah,
that's a beautiful thing. I love that.
Yeah, and then when the others that were already there commit to it, our numbers are going to continue to go up. So it's pretty nice.
I
So,
love it. I love it. I'm excited.
duh, 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 duh.
Bill, I'm getting married on Friday.
Yeah, you've mentioned that now. I think you're excited.
Wow. I was yeah, I really am. So last night on this Manifesting Brilliance call with Dr. Ali Griffith, we
Oh,
were
that's
talking
right.
about vision boards. And it wasn't just any old, let's find magazines or images online, but it was the background to making a vision board. Like it was just really, for me, it was, I gained a lot from it because you get to write affirmations. So, as an example, for your life and your life, personal, love, relationships, as an example. So, you would name three personal goals or improvements you want to achieve in 2025. And so you write those down. Um, And then question, what small actions can you commit to doing weekly to nurture yourself and your relationships? And then you write those down. And then affirmations for life and relationships. And then you would write down those affirmations. And so the the vision board was not just, hey, let's find pictures that represent things that you want, which, you know, I have a vision board that is sits in front of me, and yesterday I took it down. But can you see it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty busy.
Yeah. Well, it's busy with all the things that like a house, my
Mhm.
microphone, meditation. I know what it means to me.
Yeah.
And it's
Well,
got
that's
butterflies.
that's what it matters. Yeah.
Yes. And so with my vision board, um, being able to write down affirmations and just have a different way to make a vision board because you can do them digitally, online through Canva or any other uh, tool that you wish to use. You can use
Is
PowerPoint.
If you're doing it digitally, isn't that so similar to mind movies?
Well, yes, and somebody actually in the group mentioned that they want to make a mind movie, um, and so from what I was able to gather, these are all professional women. There was I think three or four doctors in the meeting. Doctors, as in they have doctorates.
Was
What else
was
is
this
there?
through that Facebook group for women?
No, no. This is through.
I got
Um,
invited to that again yesterday.
yeah, somebody's doing some automatic stuff,
Yeah.
probably because you're a friend on
Yes.
there.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Because I got invited to a UK one and another one in Australia. And I'm like, I just declined them because I'm not in either of those countries. So,
Oh, I'm going to get a wig and join. No.
okay. But yeah, so I'm really excited about creating a new vision board, just as something that I have multiple things that I like to look at. My mind movie is one of those,
Well,
which I
would you like to talk and speak about that on Saturday before we show the mind movie? Would you like to speak about creating vision boards, whether they're on cardboard, lay old-fashioned way for old people, or electronically for people that are good on Canva, that type of stuff, and then go into how mind movies work similar
yeah,
to this?
absolutely.
And then after, you've had that discussion with everybody, then we'll show the mind. Did you happen to see the mind movie I sent you?
Yes, it was
How'd you
really
like
good.
that song, Unwritten?
I like the song because I mean I love the song. I've it's one of the songs throughout the years that once I listened to it, I played on repeat, just the
It's
significance of the song.
inspirational.
Yes, definitely. So I definitely do love the song. Yeah, there's a few songs that I have on different playlists on Spotify that are named for different things. Some are my number ones, and then some are specific to inspiration, motivation. I'm not sure how I have it named, but I like to kind of have a playlist. And when I get my year-end wrap up of what I've listened throughout the year, kind of see when I went on repeat, because I will listen to songs over and over and it doesn't get tired for me.
I've done the same thing as well. But I just thought I thought that Unwritten went pretty well with the intentions.
It did.
So, and that one's a little longer. That one's like 4 minutes,
Hmm.
and all new pictures except for maybe one, I think, that I used in there. So, but yeah, I thought it was if you're in agreement, I thought we could use that one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm down. I
And
am
you'll
down.
and you can teach, you can even though we don't necessarily um, broadcast this as a class, you can make a class out of it on because it's about everybody talking about their intentions, but as well, this is a tool. The mind movie is a tool. The vision board is a tool to assist them, especially when it comes to the affirmation part of it. So
Definitely. And I think that um, continuing to just drive home the importance of utilizing whatever tool works for each individual is really important because I think that um, the more that you have available to you, you really don't have that many opportunities for excuses.
yeah,
And
well, we were doing some kind of challenge at one point a few months back, not you and I, where there were so many components to it. And some of the components were not inspirational to the people doing them or
right,
even fun. So if they're not inspirational or if you're not enjoying them, why do them? Find something that resonates with you. Maybe there is 5 or 6 things you want to do every day that resonates with you. Maybe there's only one that you
right,
can really do that resonates, that puts you in that vibrational, pocket. And maybe it's journaling. Maybe it's mind movies. Maybe it's whatever it is. Maybe it's staring at the vision board. But I mean, when you start going through a regimen of 5 or 6 different things, all of a sudden, for some individuals, that becomes a job. And now the job's not fun anymore, and then they quit doing any of it. And that was what was wrong with one of the, in my opinion, from my perspective, uh, a challenge that was done probably about 6 months ago, and not one person lasted uh, through doing everything more than a week.
right. Well, and also what that is the commitment level that we have to ourselves and to what we're trying to accomplish, you know. But I definitely agree that if you're doing something that is just a job, then you don't find fun in like I've for myself was extremely diligent about journaling every day, but sometimes I found myself not knowing what the heck to journal about. Even if I had a bunch of things running through my mind, I didn't want to write what was on my mind, some just random silly stuff or just stuff that just to me didn't make sense. I'm like, I want to write this down. And so I wouldn't write it down, but I could listen to a guided meditation and I could do that for a week. I've listened to meditations where somebody's voice, because their voice just didn't resonate with me, was just really obnoxious. And I'm like, yeah, I can't listen to this. I don't care what the message is. And I've turned around and months later said, for whatever reason, I was guided to um, do this again. And when I did, I was I was okay with this person's voice, and I wasn't irritated when I was listening to it because I just went in with a different mindset, you know. So, did you put your green screen button on by chance? Because
I'm
you
just
have that
using
little
the,
glowy.
I
Like,
haven't,
when you,
I haven't changed any settings.
oh, okay.
I just use the immersive. So I'm what, fading
You
into
see
things or something?
like you have a like your hair will fade
Still
in.
there?
Yes, it's there. There's a little halo-y halo
See, it doesn't
going
show on
around.
my.
Oh, so it just could be the lighting. It's the lighting from the fireplace. That's what it is.
Let's see.
Um, yeah, so I think it's oh, there you are.
Is it still there, the glow?
No,
Yeah, so it has something to do with the immersive part of it, maybe.
dang it.
Yeah.
Oh, see, now I'm doing. Maybe I'm just seeing things. Don't pay me any mind, Bill. Sometimes I just look at those stacks of monies. Stacks of money. So
Yeah.
I've added Karen Drucker's
Oh, the
money is
her money
I've got
song?
yes, I've added that to my morning repertoire as I'm getting ready. So I was taking a shower and I listened to Good Day and It's Easy. And then she's the last one, and I have her on repeat. Money is coming to me easily and
It's
effortless.
a pretty
Money
cool
is
song.
coming to me.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it.
Wait till you wake
Um,
up in the middle of the night singing it.
yes, I've done that
Yeah.
with different songs as I wake up, either in the middle of the night or first thing in the morning, just anytime. And it's just the song comes and it just won't leave, and I just sing it all day. But yeah, I love it. I've added that. So that's about 19, 20, 22 minutes. And I do all that. I handle that while I'm getting ready. It's what I turn on. I put it on the radio, well, on my speaker, whichever speaker. Sometimes it's on my earbuds, but mostly it's a speaker, and I just play that while I'm getting ready. I'm just getting in the flow.
Yeah. You're changing your state. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm feeling excellent. So I have a call later on today with Dr. Ali. I'm excited about that. Gonna see what I can learn from her expertise and how she's been able to um, do her thing and create her incredible business. They were talking about all these lovely places that they go to have retreats: Bali, Morocco, Thailand.
Business
Um,
expenses.
yes, that's exactly what she said. Business expenses.
Yeah.
The way she has it is that you can use it as a business expense if you're working for a company, or even if you're not, if you have a business. But yeah, so I was like, ooh, that means I felt like I was getting little nudges. Make sure you take care of your citizenship stuff, Andrea, so you can get your passport. So that's on my list. I'm going to get all my paperwork together, and y'all, I lost my purple. There's no purple now because it fell, and if I bend down, I'm gonna knock this screen down. Look at me.
Or turn off your camera if
There
you
you
want
go,
it.
Bill. There you go. I'll be back in just a tight moment.
Yeah. It's time for a commercial here now because it's easy when you believe it. So don't forget to join us on Saturday, December 28th, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Standard Time for our imagination party, where we will go over intentions.
That's
And,
right. December 28th, y'all.
and now she's back.
I'm back. So I have these lovely little things. I
Fun.
can change my, oh Lord, I can change my glass color, so it looks like I'm wearing new glasses. Mostly I wear purple because purple is a jam.
I mean, it's just like I was saying at the beginning. I edited the invitation party for people to bring whatever makes them feel good, whatever makes them smile. I think I put smile from the inside out because you can fake a smile on the outside. You can't fake a smile from the inside out. So,
Very true.
and I'm all about being genuine.
I love it.
So,
Um, yeah, so for today I have my meeting with Dr. Ali. I have to yesterday I got caught up doing things around the house and never made it out to deliver my books promised. So they're all packaged up and ready to go, but I didn't get out. So today that's on my list to do. I have to send out my books to those that I promised I would give them a copy. Um, I'm going to do some writing and then I'm going to hold off on doing any videos um, until I speak with Dr. Ali today, just to kind of get some input on if she's got any ideas on how to. She just said do lives. She said if you want to get over your fear of speaking in front of people, she said do a bunch of lives, and soon it'll just come and you can talk about anything you want to. You can go and what I used to do is I would do lives on my walks in the morning.
I,
So I've done this before and I felt comfortable, but um,
I think
there's different methods.
what lives do for me is it gets you comfortable at not caring. And when I say that, I don't mean about what comes out of your mouth. I mean
Mhm.
not caring about whether or not somebody else is going to judge you or not. Because to be honest, it doesn't matter what you do or say in today's age of technology. If enough people see it, someone is going to have a problem with it. And it doesn't matter what it is about. I mean, you could say my shirt is red. I believe it's red. And somebody would tell me that it's or burnt orange red harmonica tababdoo. What do you mean telling people it's red? Get some education. You know? And some of them do it simply to engage other people and get in little arguments because that's fun for them. And other people do it simply because they're in a state of judgment all the time. So if you do enough in front of the camera, you finally say to yourself, I'm going to be genuine. I'm just going to do and say what makes me feel good and what I believe is going to make other people better and make them feel good. And that's one of the things that when we were doing the audit on I call it an audit, our to-do list, basically. I
Mhm.
listed starting in January, I want to be live, most Monday through Fridays. Saturday and Sunday, I've noticed there's a really downtick on what people actually, they may still be on Facebook, but they don't necessarily, or social media in general, they don't necessarily do a lot of in-depth on it, watching it, maybe making a comment or asking for whatever comes out of it. They may hit a like button, but you can just tell there's not as much engagement.
Mm.
So it just seems like Monday through Friday, uh, be purposeful about it, and then on Saturday and Sunday, just be random about it. Seems to, and I know that we had a conversation, not you and I, but Ryan went through a bunch of that stuff one time and how he had done some study or somebody had done some study about all that on certain times of the day. And
Mhm.
and after it was over, I got to thinking that didn't make sense because the times are different everywhere you're at. Even the days are different. So if you're trying to publish something at 3 o'clock Eastern time, that's really noon on the West Coast. And
Right.
that's what, sometime in the morning in Australia and, vice versa. So there's no there's no rhyme or reason to why that kind of algorithm for us to try to set on ourselves even works. So, and of course I said that, but
Yeah, for me, I don't even honestly, I don't even think about algorithms. I'm like, if what I'm saying resonates with anybody, it'll get to the right people.
yeah,
That's
no,
the
I
way I
mean
look
about the
at it.
times. Yeah, I mean about the
Oh,
times that,
yeah,
if you do it at a certain time, you're going to get a better response rate. I don't think that matters anymore,
yeah.
because there's just so many people involved in social media. And again, go back to the algorithm part of it. You don't know when it's going to be published. I mean, I see things on Facebook that are 3 months old. It'll
Yeah,
say so and so just put a comment on something from July, or
right.
so how did they get to that unless they went to your Facebook page, looked through all your things back for 6 months to find it so they could put a comment, or it randomly just shows up on Facebook again unless you delete it.
Yeah, it definitely does randomly show up just from what I observe on my page because I've seen those same things where somebody either commented and it's something from like October, I'm like October, but it shows up on on my feed and it's sometimes I'm drawn to look and see what it's all about. And other times I just ignore it because if it doesn't call to me, I don't even bother to open it. It just keeps going.
But that's one of the reasons I went into the post that I put on the perfect weight journey, and I already put on there, this spot has been filled. It was filled almost immediately, and I put all that in there so that if anybody ever does see it in the next day or two or three, my messenger doesn't keep blowing up with people saying, "I'd like to do that. I'd like," because I put in there, PM me if you're interested.
Hmm.
And then I got some yesterday from people I don't even know, but of course I answer them, but I wouldn't want to answer more and more and more throughout the next 3 months. So I just put in there, it's been filled. Leave me alone.
I'm excited about our next imagination party. I really am. I think what we're doing is really going to explode.
I think what we're doing, and I thought about this quite a bit, at least 30 seconds. Uh, no, I actually did think about this. I think what we're doing is as important or more important than any class I've ever seen online. And I say that not because we're necessarily teaching anybody anything other than use your imagination, which is key to everything, to it's easy when you believe it type of things, and just finding your voice. It's, and we can, and this is not to put down any master classes or any masterminds or anything, but just getting on a Zoom call and having everybody listen to somebody talk about weight loss or having somebody talk about a chapter in a book, they're good, but that's just one perspective, one point of view, one, and we're trying to involve as many people as we can to, I mean, that was supposed to be an hour the other day. It lasted an hour and a half without even anybody blinking. Nobody saying I had to go. Nobody saying, hey, this is too long. And next time it might only be 45 minutes. I don't know. It just depends. But it could be 2 hours. And some people may say, hey, I've got other things to do. And maybe there's still several on there that say, hey, let's keep going. So
Yeah, I think what's important is that for me, I feel that the message that I'm trying to convey is you play a role in your future and what you want it to be, what you want to create for yourself. And so we can sit here and we can just talk to you, talk at you, whatever that may be. But if we're inviting you to participate in your own imagination, to create the life of your dreams, to manifest these things, we're asking you to be an active participant in creating the life you desire, not just to come and sit and be bored to death by two people or one person talking about what they think about anything, you know. And so this is your opportunity to um, really imagine, believe in yourself, know that you have the support. And every mastermind, every group, every call that happens, whomever puts the calls, everything benefits somebody,
Hmm.
because what works for one person one way is not going to work for another person that same way, because they're going to be like, yeah, I'm just not interested. I'm not interested. And some will say, you know, that um that's something different that for me, just like I can't sit through that. I'd be bored out of my mind, kind of thing. So it's really what works for you. So this is an invitation, I believe, to allow individuals to be an active being the key word, an active participant in creating the future of your dreams and making it a reality, not just listening to somebody tell you what to do and how to do it.
Yeah, what floated through my mind when you said that, I put it into kind of a sports analogy that might not necessarily click with everybody, but if there was and we'll use college for an example, a class, a 101 class, your first class in college, on personal development, it should be something that says you are responsible for your own life and you can't sit on the bench. You have to be an active player. And if you're not an active player, you're just wasting your time because you're just going to manifest, the same old based on you sitting on the bench and you not really getting involved in your own personal development. And that would have to be 101. Anybody that doesn't uh, understand that they are responsible, we are responsible for our own life. That doesn't mean we don't bring other people in. That doesn't mean we don't use other people's thoughts and ideas to help us on that journey. But we can't just sit on the bench. We got to be an active player. We got to want to be if you like the quarterback, we want to be the captain. We want to be the coach. You have to be your own coach too. You have to be your own coach, your own player, your own team doctor, your own, everybody, trainer, the whole works.
And the other thing, Bill, is that I can't make your dreams come true. You
Nope.
sure as heck can't make my dreams come true.
You can
You
show
know,
me
so
tools. You can
right,
show me, a path that I can look at and say, but I have to get on the path. I have to do
correct.
the work.
Yeah. And so again, it's about the commitment to yourself. And it's easy to make excuses for yourself, but it's easy
And
to do the work that will help you to manifest much quicker the dreams that you are imagining about, meditating about, envisioning about, you know. And so if you're an active participant, for me, that's an indicator to God, to the universe, that hey, I this is what I want. And so when you're doing the work for you, and the work doesn't mean working hard to whatever. It just means that you're doing the work. You're taking the time to meditate if that's your jam. You're taking the time to journal if that's your jam. You're taking the time to watch a mind movie if that's your jam. You're taking the time to walk if that's your jam. Whatever your jam is, you're taking the time to do those things with purpose and intention. And when you're doing these things with purpose and intention, you will begin to attract and see those things manifest in your life. And even if you don't see them right away, they will appear right at the right time when you are really truly aligned with what it is that you've been imagining, dreaming, talking about, writing about, singing about, dancing about, again, whatever your jam is. I have a lot of jams.
Yeah, every
Uh,
time you said the word jam, I kept thinking I like grape jelly, you know, natural grape jelly. But
yeah, I like jams myself, though. I'm not a jelly fan. It's too wiggly. It's not easily spread, Bill. Just
it's good on
I like
crackers,
jams.
but it's not part of my perfect weight.
You know what? I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, the jams with the sugar. Hmm. But I love strawberries and blueberries and blackberries. I
But
love pomegranates.
you're absolutely correct what you said. You just got to find, as for using your term, your jam.
That's right. Or your term, your jelly.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's a good post. Jam or jelly? I think I'm gonna do that today, Bill.
There you
Don't take it from me, okay?
No, I won't. Did you notice how in the Mind movie that I sent you what I used for the last slide? The uh the affirmation. I used it's easy when you believe it with the
Yes, I
doc
did
with the
notice
doctor.
that with the drop mic. Yes, I was like, okay, I get it.
But he goes right along with everything that we talk about because it really does get easier and easier the more that you know and the more that you believe. Um, so what is on my agenda for today? Well, it's basically the a lot of the same-o that's on my calendar every day. Hypnotherapy. I've got a class at 1:30 for an hour and a half with the Mind Valley people, and then I'm going to watch another couple hours of the Institute. Their name's too big. I think one of the things I'm going to recommend to them when I talk to somebody, the Institute of Interpersonal Hypnotherapy, they have the acronym IIHA, I think. I can't remember. I didn't write it down. Uh, that's just too hard for me to want to remember. I want to just call it something easy, something that jams with me. But I'm going to do a couple more hours with them. I'm very intrigued by I'm just very, very intrigued by what they're offering. Not necessarily the videos that I've seen so far, because all of those are just telling you about the school. And then he did a stage hypnosis on one of the students, which was funny, but that's not what I'm here for. He didn't need to spend that 20 and 30 minutes on that for me. Now, for other
Right.
people, when they think of hypnotherapy or being a hypnotist, they think of that. Oh yeah, I want to go in and tell my wife to sleep. you know, and maybe that's good for them. Didn't do anything for me. Plus, the camera setup. You see, here's me judging his thing. You see,
Right.
if I was going to put in a comment, this is a legitimate comment. Somebody near the camera microphone kept coughing. The
Ooh.
coughing was super loud. I mean, super loud to where I had to turn my headsets down and stuff, and then you couldn't hear. So I'm judging it as being a little bit unprofessional, but it wasn't supposed to be a professional video. It was just supposed to be, they were just videoing the class and doing this. It wasn't something that at the time they thought they were going to release to people to watch, probably. But boy, that person with the cough should have gone home. They weren't feeling it that day. And from what I don't know when that video. No, that video wasn't done during COVID because the lady that was in it was in one of his first classes 10 or 15 years ago. But during COVID, they were still having classes within the classroom with social distancing. But when that person started coughing, I started thinking, "Oh my goodness, COVID!" But that wasn't during COVID. See,
Mm,
judgmental.
mm, mm,
We all have a
mm.
little streak of that in us.
Yes, we do. And let's be real. Let's admit that we all do, because I think anyone who says, "Oh no, I don't judge other people," we do. We judge everything every single day, every day. It's not an intentional like, "Oh, this person sucks because they don't whatever," and fill in the blank. But we judge everything. We judge, I judge on a daily basis those ugly, disgusting looking Tesla trucks. They are hideous, hideous. There's absolutely no point to them.
Tesla trucks.
Yeah, those Tesla electric trucks that look like a box, like a cereal box that's been shaped into a thing and put on wheels and batteries added.
I
It's
guess I'm in an area that does all gas. I don't know. I mean, well, I see a lot of Teslas, but I don't think I've recognized the Tesla truck. Does it have a truck bed? Like a
uh,
truck?
Bill, this is not a comparison to like it's not a Ford, it's not a Dodge, it's ugly as ugly. I'm not a fan of Teslas. I'm not opposed to them, but this truck is hideous. I've seen so many of them on the road. I see them, I'm like, anyways, that's just my personal take on Teslas. If I hurt anyone's feelings with the Tesla, I'm really not sorry. The car is ugly, just, it is, but that's a thing. As far as individuals, when people rub us the wrong way, we come up with any of our preconditioned um, uh, beliefs or teachings that we had growing up about certain things. We'll say something, and when you're doing the work, you catch yourself and you're like, "Ooh, that's not a good vibration. That's not a place to be."
That's the
It's
thing, and I
not.
was just saying, the
Yeah.
moment you think of the truck is ugly, you might want to just stop and say, "Hey, it's their truck. They've got a good truck. I've got my beautiful car, my Mercedes that I love so much.
Well,
I drive a Hyundai, by the way. Now, uh,
but I don't have, I'm not opposed to Hyundais, but I'm not talking about the person. I just think the truck is ugly. I'm not going to change my mind about that. The thing is hideous. I wish that I could send you an image, Bill, because
no,
this
you
is
don't
not,
have to you don't have to change your mind. I'm just saying I can see you thinking how nice your car looks to you in comparison. How you wouldn't
yeah,
want to be seen in that, but you'd like
I
to be
know.
seen in this. Is your car
Mhm.
purple?
Heck no. I love purple, Bill, but I draw the line. And I saw a purple Mercedes, and Frank was like, "Don't you want a purple car?" I said, "Honey, please, just stop the madness."
It's black,
No.
isn't it?
It's black. You better believe it because and her name is Black Sexy, by the way. That when I first saw it online, I was like, "Oh, Black Sexy, gotta get it, gotta
Yeah,
have it." I
did you
think
ask Black Sexy what she thought about ugly truck?
no, I don't think she really cares. She's just driving around. She's like, "Can you please fix the back tint on my back window because it's bubbled up. After 10 years, you need to get it replaced." So every time I get in my car, I'm like, "Oh, I got to do this back tint window." But it held up for, I'll say it held up for 8 years because it started bubbling after a little while. And just the back one, I guess, because you have those
The
the
heat,
little line, the heat lines or
frost.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
maybe
uh,
even.
yeah, but on the topic of vehicles, yeah, Tesla trucks. But what I don't do is say, oh, that person is nonsensical or this or that, because that's their choice in vehicle, right?
They must
I've seen,
like it for some reason, whatever that
yes.
reason is. I know.
Correct. And so for them, it works. I just would never, you can't give it to me so that I can drive it for free.
That's,
I would,
yeah, it's funny because the first time I saw a Jeep truck a few years
oh, I
ago,
think those are ugly too.
I thought to myself, I would never be caught driving that. It makes no sense to me. It just doesn't fit my personality. It
That's what
doesn't
it
fit
is.
for me. So it wasn't that I had any bad taste in my mouth about the person or a bad taste about the truck. It just for me, it doesn't fit me.
Yeah.
Uh, so
Yeah, because
mm,
I don't like boxy cars. And even though I like Mercedes, I don't like the boxy Mercedes truck that kind of has similarities to a Jeep, the way that it's boxy. I'm not
we
a fan of that.
it's funny because when I first started when I first watched The Secret, and everybody's talking about you can have a lot what's the vehicle you want? Put that on your vision board, all that. And at the time, mine was just a Ford truck. I just don't have any feelings. I tried to. I tried I tried to say, well, I need a Range Rover. Then let me look at the Range Rovers, and I think, no, that just doesn't do it for me either.
Yep.
But there was a time in my life that certain vehicles really, really looked good. I thought
Right.
and fit my personality. The Bronco when actually the Bronco 2 back in the I guess it's late 70s, 80s when it came out, and I loved it, and I had to go and I went and got me. I drove two of those for a while. I wouldn't be caught in them now because it just doesn't fit me anymore. When the Mustangs came back out and with the same shape as the 65 Mustangs, those came out, and I guess in the 80s, I ran and got one. And I realized as soon as I had it, I don't like this sucker because I feel like I'm sitting on the ground, you know. But I loved the way it looked. And
Mhm.
but now the what something looks like doesn't as far as vehicles go. There's nothing out there that I look at nowadays and I say, God, I gotta have that. But there was a time.
Yep. There definitely was. For me, sometimes there is when I see a car and I like it, I'm like, oh, I could see myself in that. I think I could do this. Same thing with a house.
Yeah.
Certain houses, you look at them and you're like, oh, I could live there. I like the way that's set up, like a ranch with a step down little
In my mind movie, I have a perfect house from looking at it from the lake view, and it's on a
Mhm.
lake. And that would be it's got the long windows from ceiling to floor and those type of things, and it really fits the script of what a perfect house would be for me. Trees all around it, so you can tell it's a nice big piece of property, a boat dock on a nice big lake. And I do have that in my mind movies. That's something that if I was driving around and I saw and it was at a point in my life where I could just walk up and say, "Here, I'm buying this from you, whether you want it or not. You know, how much do you want? I'll double it, or whatever. I would buy that house because it's just a perfect. It has whoever's house it is, and maybe it's not a real house. I don't know because it's a photo off the internet. It just fits everything that I would write down from the outside.
Right.
A wraparound porch on the second floor.
Yes.
Just fits everything.
Love that. And this is what we're talking about here, in case y'all, because there's always a rhyme and a reason, even when it seems like there's no rhyme or reason. We went from cars, but we went back to the manifestation part, and
And
that's the
imagination.
key, and imagination. And so that's what we're doing. We're imagining. I'm definitely not imagining a Tesla truck.
Well, and that's it. We're talking about
Kind
the
of like the
story we
Mickey
want.
Mouse polka dot thing. I think about every time that I don't want to think about something. Think about stinking Minnie Mouse and her stupid little polka dot dress.
Well,
Um,
the whole idea last Saturday was to make people imagine stacks of money or big numbers on their bank account, not Mickey
mhm.
Mouse. And I didn't bring up Mickey Mouse because I know that it'll stick in their imagination. For those that have been to Disneyland or have Disney Channel or whatever. So. Uh, but yeah, so today I'm just doing a lot of hypnotherapy and studying because I find it so, so fascinating. I could, this is my intention for 2025 uh, is to be an active hypnotherapist with at least 5 clients a week. That's it. I don't want a lot because I want to have plenty of time to be able to use for life coaching and that as well. But my intention is to be able to help at least 5 people a week with whatever things they have, whether it's smoking or whether it's overeating, whether it's just confidence, just things that that they're killing themselves by having these different we'll call them bad habits or,
Mhm.
bad thinking is really
Yeah.
what it is, bad thinking. And, if you can do an hour to 2 hours with somebody and change their life, and if you can do that 5 people a week, I mean, most of these hypnotherapists, they want to do 25 clients a week. I have, I have no desire to do 25 clients a week because I have so many other things I want to do, such as the life coaching and the things with you, the podcasts and things of that nature, which this is turning into a podcast basically.
Yeah, it is.
But I
It
have
is.
so many other aspirations as well as continuing to play softball and things. I'd so using 25 clients a week would keep me from doing other things that bring me joy rather than just helping people. So, I
Right,
got to have
like
a balance.
spending time, yeah, like spending time with your wife.
Yeah, that's, it's funny how she was talking to me. She doesn't like cruises. She's made that quite clear. Um, I'm a sailor. She doesn't like cruises. But last night, for out of the clear blue sky, she came to me with a wants me to watch a YouTube video with her, and I said, well, how about tomorrow? We'll watch it about I can't think of the name of the cruise ship, but it does river tours.
Mhm.
And she was talking about one in Europe, over in France. Now, we've never talked to each other about a desire to go to France or to any of that. In fact, we went to Portugal last year. That was where she wanted to go, and she doesn't want to go there again. But uh, and I was listening, but I picked up my phone off the arm of the chair, and it looked like I was paying more attention to my phone probably than what she was saying. And in reality, I was looking up the same river cruise company if they did it in Ireland, because I know that's where we've talked about, you going. But she saw it as basically probably being disrespectful and not paying enough attention and went off in a little bit of a huff. And, so I had to go show her that no, that I was paying attention. Look what I'm doing, really looking at
Yes.
best interest here. So
Which brings
perception.
an interesting thought to my mind is um situations where individuals in any kind of relationship, a marriage, a friendship, um, when we're not communicating, the perception that is received on the other end is crucial. And those things do have to be addressed. And you did a good thing by saying, hey, honey, I wasn't ignoring you, is that you get interested in, and that's about that communication between you and your partner, which at some point or another we will be talking about that, because you have experience, I have experience, anyone who's been in a relationship of any kind has experience. But just talking about the things that are important when you choose to be in a relationship of any kind with another individual, that if you don't communicate what you're doing, it could be perceived as something completely way off base, which I'm so guilty. I've done that, where something was said a certain way, and instead of me asking for clarification, I've jumped the gun.
Mhm.
And it's been whoa, hey woman, what's up with you? Wait a minute, that's not even what was intended. You could have just asked for clarification, and I would have told you it's not what you thought. And it's been vice versa, the same thing, where I've said something, it's been misinterpreted, and we reacted instead of responded with a question. Say, hey, I'm just curious. I understood XYZ. Was that what you meant? So that they can say, well, no, or yes. And then, oh, so I was right, because we want
Uh,
to be right.
by the way, Andrea is getting married Friday.
Uh, I am so excited. I really am. I didn't think I would be this excited, but I
But
am.
you brought up a perfect thing. You said, and we'll talk about this at one point in time, you said, when you were talking about
Yes.
relationships. Life coaching is not all about visualization. It's not all about reading books.
No,
Uh, life coaching is about all aspects of life. And that's what we do. We no subject is necessarily taboo, even
right.
though some subjects we may have more experience in than others. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then that's when we bring in the experts like Lisa Nichols, Dr. Alley. Um,
They're just waiting to talk to me, I know.
oh gosh, I'm excited. Yes, so oh, which means I won't be available. Well, no, will I be available? I'll probably be available on Friday for a quick, maybe
No,
20-minute
no, you
call.
probably shouldn't. You should probably show your
No, I
excitement.
really won't because I just thought about it. always I'm always trying to be an overachiever, y'all. So just so you know. No, Friday I won't be available because I do have to get ready and um be at the courthouse and do the thing.
Yeah, not only that, your attention needs to be toward your fiance. Remember what that word used to be such a big thing. My
Yeah,
fiance, my fiance,
right.
this, my fiance.
It did. Yeah, we've been engaged for a few years. And I've already looked at him as my husband for the last several years. But we just finally decided to just do it. So uh, we had a plan a couple of years ago when we were going to do it, um, just because of life and what things were going on at that time. But now we're ready. And so I've officially told the world, and by the world, I mean anyone who's important.
You know, you are in such a good place emotionally um, in the last, especially in the last month or so. I mean,
Yes.
you know, for those that don't know, we've only known each other for less than half a year. Uh, but since you made the intention to focus on what makes you feel good, teaching, Frank, things like that, it's written all over your face. You know, you're just in such a higher vibrational state now than you ever were during the whole time I've known you. And you were already in a pretty good vibrational state. It's just gotten better and better and better. And I don't take credit for that, but you can give it to me. No, no, no,
You
it's
know
all
what,
about your
Bill?
thoughts. It's all about your thoughts, and it's all about how you're reacting to your thoughts.
Absolutely. But with that, you attract the people, things, places, circumstances, situations in your life that are in vibration with what you're in whatever state you're in.
Hmm.
And so, um, I will give you the credit that you deserve for being the amazing and incredible Bill Collum. Just because you've been supportive,
I put that on
supportive,
my I put that on my coffee cup now.
the amazing and incredible. Love it. I
No,
hope
I
you
did.
did. Oh,
No, no.
come on, Bill.
I
That's
put
right. I'm
I
going to
put
give you a cup.
I actually put love, peace, happiness, and gratitude. That's what I put on my cup.
I love it. I put everything is always working out for me. I just wanted to put it out there, and just continue to put it out there. But in all seriousness, in a fun and really exciting way, this has been like a magical ride on the magic carpet of all great things that are infinitely possible. So I'm excited.
And
And
before we
yeah,
go, though, I'm curious, what picture did you put on your cup?
a butterfly.
Ah, I put a, I sent her, if she can do it, a picture of me at 18 years old with my sailor hat on and my dress blues.
Oh, I love that picture. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I sent if she can do it. So
Yes. It can you can do any picture. I actually I'll bring it tomorrow. I remember I'll bring my cup. I had a picture of my grandson when he was a baby, and had to say I was the best grandma because why not? We're all best grandmas. Um,
I've got
but I
one
had
of, I've got a picture of me. I'm not even a year old with sitting with my cowboy hat at Christmas.
mm,
Christmas 1952. Not quite 1 year old. I should have put that
wow.
sucker on there. Huh.
Mm, yeah. See, I don't have baby pictures of myself.
That's the only two I have.
I think the youngest picture I have of myself, I was age 7.
Mm.
Anything before that, I did not, but that's okay. When I look at pictures of my daughters, I just think maybe that's what I looked like
There
when
you
I
go.
was a baby. So all is well.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm excited.
Everything always works out for you.
Everything is Always, 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 always. Not sometimes, not three-quarters of the time, but always working out for me. So there it is,
All
y'all.
right. So we've used up our hour and a little more.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, it's been an hour and 12 minutes since I hit record.
All
Wow.
right. Look
Goes
at that.
quick, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
I will
You
send you a
talk
copy of this and I will post it on YouTube as well as part of our journey, our daily chats.
absolutely. Thanks, Bill.
You're welcome.
You're you're amazing and incredible. Just know that.
But no meeting on Friday, everybody, because she's getting married.
I'm getting married. I'm excited.
All right. I will talk to you tomorrow, which is only Wednesday, and you're not getting married on Wednesday.
Correct.
Okay.
So until tomorrow, arrivederci.
I'll see you.